Okay, now for the fun stuff, getting everything connected and getting your first funnel working and collecting leads. Start by going to getresponse.com and then log in using the credentials that you assigned earlier. Since I haven't really left my session, it automatically logs me in. You will start out with one campaign, as Getresponse calls it. The campaign is a mailing list. What I would suggest is that you go up to this icon up here and select, go to the drop down here and select Create Campaign. And you create a new campaign. Now, if you wanted to just call it, say, List Build 1, which you'll notice is a couple things. This is not going to work. We can't use capital letters, and we can't use any symbols other than the underscore. So maybe you want to call it something like underscore list under build underscore 1. What you'll see here is that, sorry, can't use that. Someone else using Getresponse is already using that name. So one of the best ways to get around this limitation is to start your campaign name with something related to your company. So let's say I call this, if my company's name is Launch Brett, I'm going to call this the freebie, Launch Brett freebie. All right, and since we're creating a giveaway for a lead magnet, that should work. Create that campaign. Hey, that campaign now exists. The next thing that you want to do is go and edit those campaign settings. You can do that from right here after you create the campaign. There's another way that you can get to edit campaign settings as well. And this works pretty well. This drop down in the upper right, if you click on the campaign list, that'll bring up a list of all of your campaigns. And then from within those, you can do things like campaign settings. All right, so we'll want to do things like we can change the name of the campaign here. The same rules apply that we had before. Can't have any capital letters. Can't be the same as someone else. You're going to set the campaign language. Notification is going to send you an email anytime somebody logs in, or somebody is added to your list rather. Under profile, we'll see a couple things. It's actually a good idea to put a campaign title in here. So this would be free stuff from Brett, for example. I'm going to save that. We can enter a name for the description. This is important on some of the autoresponders that might go out. So yada yada. Free stuff for people who want free stuff. You get the picture. And having a logo here might not be a bad thing. Could be a picture of you. That would work just fine. Lastly, we're going to go to the permission page. In the top here, we're saying that we'll allow people to sign up via any of these options. And finally, down low, here's the most important one. Your confirmation page is either going to be automatically generated and hosted by Getresponse. If we look at what that confirmation message is here, this is the default. Thanks for subscribing. This is your address. You're subscribed to this list. Now here's where the title of the campaign comes out, and here's where all that description comes out. This is just an email reminder to your new subscriber that they've signed up for the list. Nothing actually happens on this page. You can also, if you have a website, you can use a custom URL. In this case, put a page on your website here that might direct them to more resources. You can also use this as the way to deliver your lead magnet. So if on your website you have a page with a link to your lead magnet, you can publish it there. And I'll show you two more ways that you can deliver your lead magnet. But at a minimum, you want to do these things. I'm just going to leave it hosted by Getresponse because I'm assuming that I don't have a website. But we'll be visiting that more in a bit.